What's up, guys? Luke
and Chris back again with another Week in Review gaming podcast,
where we talk about the things that have interested us in the world of video games each and every week.
Now before we get started, be sure to tap the like button, helps us out a lot, and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get right into it.
All right, guys, so Gaming Week in Review podcast, and as we have kind of established last week, we have added a new little piece to our Gaming Week Review podcast, which is called Wake Up Call, where we bring you games we feel were slept on and deserve to be recognized.
Absolutely, and this week's Wake Up Call is a little game called
Valferis.
This is one I came across a couple years ago. Super fun action platformer. The developers are Steel Mantis and Stage Clear Studios, also known for Slain, which is kind of like the partner game to Valferis. Published by Big Sugar and Merge Games. Came out December 14th, 2018, and there's some really sweet music in here. Now this is Blasphemous.
Oh,
but Valferis has a very similar art style to Blasphemous, and
right when you think you have it all set
up, the sweet music. Here you go. If you want to check this trailer out on your own, the music is really good. It's composed by Kurt Victor Bryant, who also did.
This looks so sick too.
It's such a sick game,
it's like 64 PS1 graphics, like in the cutscene. I just love that they like took the time to do that instead of trying to make it modern and look modern. They're like, hell with that. We're gonna make it look like a Sega Saturn game.
Yeah, buddy.
Freaking dope.
Yes, this game received an 86% on Metacritic, so it got pretty good reviews, but we feel that you should give it a shot.
Yes, absolutely. This one I actually haven't played, which, you know, most of this Wake Up Call stuff, that's kind of your wheelhouse a little bit more than myself. Yeah. But everything that you talk about, and once I like kind of experience it myself, I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, that's an awesome game that looks really cool.
Yeah, so. I have an objectively good taste in video games.
Well, shut up.
But hey, have I steered you wrong yet?
A few times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can think of like a couple times. But yes, Valferis looks really good, and Chris knows that it's good, and that's why we made it our Wake Up Call game. Go and check it out, guys. They can get it on
PlayStation, Xbox, Switch. It's on pretty much everything. It's on PC. On Switch, there's a really cool Valferis and Slain double pack. So,
oh, sick!
Yeah, you get 2 games for 1.
Yeah, that's freaking amazing. So yeah, looks really good, and you guys should go check it out. Okay, so. After that, we got our next piece of news, which is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge got a new, it's actually a level reveal. So they're actually showing off more of kind of the levels in the game. The gameplay is very much so we've seen it many times. It's a classic beat 'em up.
I actually haven't like keeping up with this game yet.
Oh, okay. So yeah, this one is a like highly anticipated follow up to the original Ninja Turtles arcade game, and of course like not Tournament Fighters, but Turtles in Time, and just the like old school Ninja Turtles arcade. But obviously we are playing as more than just the Ninja Turtles themselves. We're also playing as Splinter and April and a bunch of different characters, which I think is really cool. Look at April like running around. She's got the microphone in her hand.
Hits people with tripod.
Yeah, exactly. She's like
that's
so
very cool.
It's so sick. This game looks like a really fun game to play solo as well as with friends. And it
Tribute.emu. I'm trying to figure out if the people that made Scott Pilgrim have anything to do with this, because it is. I know it's a very similar looking genre, but just like the animations, the way characters move, it seems very like the Scott Pilgrim game. Yeah, it's a different art style.
Yep. Yeah. So this one
looks cool. Looks fun.
This one looks really fun. Can't wait to check it out. And that was like kind of a new level kind of show off. So
revealed 3 hours ago.
Yep. And yeah, actually at the time of this recording, it just got dropped. So super fresh and week in review news.
Yeah,
so
dude.
Pretty good stuff, and we are definitely excited for that. I'm assuming that they're gonna do maybe some more level reveals before, like, leading up to the ultimate release of the game.
I wonder if they'll have a hockey mask guy. I don't remember his name. Ooh. My older brother was obsessed with TMNT. He had these action figures. There was a hockey mask guy. I don't know his name.
So there's Bebop and Rocksteady.
No, those are bad guys. This was a guy that helped the Turtles from the animated show.
Oh!
The OG, like, I think, like...
He helped the Turtles?
I thought he was friends with them.
Isn't that Shredder, though?
No. He's got a hockey mask on. I'll look it up. Keep doing your thing. I'm gonna look it up.
I'm not a big TMNT like fan growing up. I remember the live action movies, and I really did like those. I was born in '92, so I just kind of missed that. I was more like a part of the Power Rangers sort of like franchise, as well as Pokemon.
Casey Jones.
So we just barely missed it. We barely missed it.
This would be a sick character in the game.
So Casey Jones. Is, I guess, the character that we want to see.
Yes.
I don't really have any like opinions. I would just play as the Turtles. I'd be okay with that. But I do like that they're adding more than just the Turtles, because, you know, there's, for the fans of Casey Jones in the world.
Yeah, dude.
Rat
Boy, News Lady, and Hockey Man.
Yeah. Adam. All of them.
They already got Rat
Don't make him a DLC, damn it. We're going to be pissed. Okay. Yeah. Moving on, guys. We do have a lot of stuff to go through, so we may be a little rapid with this stuff. Next part is actually, next thing we wanted to talk about is Cyberpunk. I mean, I just figured it would be kind of a, just a good follow-up, because I was talking a lot about Cyberpunk previously, and like as they kind of went through their blunders with the release of the game and all the issues that it had, and everyone was complaining. So I figured I would kind of follow this up and just talk about this new patch. So they just recently released patch 1.5 for Cyberpunk, where it basically cleans up a lot of the game. It's like filled with a ton of new DLC, and this is what they wanted to say about it. It says it brings improvements to the game, numerous quests and gameplay fixes, as well as a number of free DLCs. On top of that, contains next-gen update for PS5 and Series X, and I think the next-gen update is really the most important thing to kind of like take a look at. Finally, Cyberpunk is like semi, I guess, optimized for next gen. I mean, it's only been about 2 years since the console
swing
launched.
your customized dingling around in 60 frames per second.
Maybe 120.
120
with ray tracing effect.
Ray tracing, dingling, swinging around 120 frames per second.
Ray tracing shadows with your gigantic or possibly pretty small dingling. Depending on what you decided when you created your character. So, I mean, in all seriousness, though, they did have
they did free DLCs.
They did do free DLCs.
They're working on it,
and they're adding content, and they're working on it. This is a long-term project. Obviously, it's very relatable to Hello Games situation with No Man's Sky, which we're actually going to talk about next. And pretty fun, but they did release this little like patch 1.5 quick platform overview that basically shows us what is happening and what's happening to the various versions of the game. So obviously PS5 getting kind of the most amount of support, with Series X and S followed behind that. And yeah, some cool stuff. We actually have DualSense controller features being added.
Okay.
And then additional weapons and different various like gameplay items, new loot systems, rebalance, ray tracing. So a lot of cool improvements that separate the game from the original like Xbox One, PS4 versions, and actually gives it, you know, a little bit more visual fidelity.
I love how it had its own column, like DualSense, PS5, but it's not on the Xbox. It's not on the PC. It's like, dude, what?
Yeah, I mean,
you telling me I can't use my DualSense on the Stadia version of this game?
Yeah, I mean,
unbelievable.
Yeah, of course not. But, you know, I think it's cool that they gave us that. And, you know, they're still working on the game. Maybe in 3 years it'll be playable.
That's some shade right there.
Man. I mean, hey, you know.
I personally don't think the story's that good in the first place.
Shade where shade is due, man.
Yeah,
I mean, if the game released like trash, then it's gonna get hated on until it's actually touted as like well done, you know.
But there's plenty of room in the world for people who do like. There are people that this is their favorite game. You know, Cyberpunk. I know people who think like they love Cyberpunk.
Let us know in the comment section if Cyberpunk is your favorite game.
Nah, it's not theirs. I tell you that much right now.
It's a different kind of crowd.
It's a different crowd.
Yeah.
I wonder if what went through their head was like, customize. This is my favorite game. Never before.
Wait, you can choose.
It would have been Skyrim if only.
I want it. Just keep it, man. Let them know. Best game in the world. No. Okay.
Brother.
Moving on. Cyberpunk. New update out. Go check it out. And then speaking of new updates and speaking of Hello Games, No Man's Sky is getting another update. And if you guys haven't really kept up with No Man's Sky, obviously a quick summary. Game was coming out. Tons of ambition. Tons of things that they were sharing and saying it was gonna be. Game released way below that standard, and they basically played catch up for like the next 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
To the point where they completely changed the game, fixed the game by releasing updates that were upwards of 50 to 60 gigabytes per, and made the game into what it is today, where it has actual VR support. It's on almost every platform. It's coming out on Switch.
That's crazy.
And it's been, God, that game was announced when PS4 first released.
Oh, I hate thinking about that.
Like, right?
That's crazy.
Like, that's when that game was, like, coming out, right? Was, like, early PS4.
I think so.
Like, that's freaking amazing.
Yeah, because they tied it in with the failure of the launch of the original Xbox One.
Yes. Yep.
It was like part of, I don't know how it was related, but what I was going to say was like, a lot of people's main gripes with this game, speaking of the Switch release, is the grindiness of it.
Yeah.
And the Switch's pick up and play kind of accessibility.
Yeah.
I think they may have some changes to the gameplay, or at least have a mode that doesn't involve as much grinding. You just get to have fun.
Yeah, or just like maybe like auto saves or something where I don't really know. I just know that I wouldn't, if I was gonna on all the platforms, like most of the time, right? We say let's play it on Switch, right?
Absolutely.
Because why not? The Switch is great.
Take it anywhere.
Take it anywhere. Dock
better than your
house.
friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's just like we're snobby Switch players, but with a game like this, I don't like it. I don't like Witcher on the Switch. I don't like...
You don't like Switcher?
I don't like Switcher.
Damn, dude.
I don't like
I don't like
Saints
Witcher
Row.
or Switcher. I don't
Saints
care.
Row on the Switch looks like a blobby mess.
Is it
like
Saints Row a PS3
greasy, blobby mess. Yes, it is. But that's how underpowered the Switch is in comparison to home consoles. It's just not that kind of console to me. It's an exclusive console, obviously. Nintendo exclusives, usually pretty good. And then it's indie games.
It's the indie game.
Indie games, retro games. It's really cool what Nintendo Switch Online is doing. But games like that are like AAA kind of status, I just don't want to play them on Switch. I'd rather play them on Series
Ezio
X.
trilogy on the Switch, though.
What?
I want to play the Ezio trilogy on the Switch.
Yeah, that's all you.
Because you think about the bulkiness of it, it'll work okay. Like it's not as fluid as the new Assassin's Creed games.
Yeah.
I think the Switch is good for PS3 games with a controller.
Yeah.
You can take it anywhere if you want to. Like, it's up to you. It's up to you.
So I mean, here's the launch trailer for No Man's Sky. So I know we just went on a tangent and went down 3 rabbit trails, but we were talking about No Man's Sky, and this game is absolutely night and day from what it was when it released, and they are still releasing content for this game. It's completely fixed. Everyone said, well done, Hello Games. It won awards. Yeah. Like most improved game, like a bunch of times. The game is literally
most improved game. It's like
a bunch of times, bro. That game kept getting improved.
Oh yeah.
But they're still like they've been given the
Mohawk?
they've been given the go-ahead card, right? They've been given the you're good, move on to new projects, but they refuse to do that. They're continually adding to this game, and I think that is a testament to Hello Games. That's why we're saying this. Neither one of us are huge No Man's Sky players by any means.
I might play No Man's Skytenfall, though.
I might play No Man's Skytenfall, too.
No Man's Skytenfall looks fun.
That looks very fun. And that totally looked like a gun from Halo.
That was the charge green guy right there.
Yeah,
the alien guy.
Like straight up Halo vibes
sick.
going on. So yeah, I mean, this game is very slow paced, but it is a game for certain people.
Yeah.
And for the right person, man, there's thousands of hours here. Like, you're literally going from planet to planet, inhabiting it, like creating oxygen, making sure you can live for an extended period of time, fighting off aliens, fighting off cyborgs. Like, it's just like endless gameplay with this game. So it's really cool to see them, and we just want to say, Hello Games, keep it up, because you are setting a good example. Hopefully in the long term, CD Projekt Red can even be a fraction of as good as you are with No Man's Sky with Cyberpunk 2077.
That's true.
Hopefully. So with this
go say hello to Hello Games No Man's Sky.
Yes, exactly.
Go play it. See if you like it.
And then also we will. I'll just finish with this. Couple of notes from IGN. There will be there will be a lot to check out in the Sentinel update, including a new giant merch enemy or giant mech enemy, overhauled visuals for weapons, new upgrades for weapons, and even the ability to build AI robot companions. The update will be out on Wednesday on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, including the Game Pass version and all supported VR platforms. So
that's cool.
Coming up very, very soon, and we're excited for those that are excited for it.
Yeah.
And we wanted to share it with you guys. So super good stuff.
Up next, Martha is censored.
Martha
crazy.
Martha has been censored by those devils over there, and it's something that we're a little bit upset about. Everyone is pretty ticked off about that.
Yeah, I can imagine why. I mean, so for the record, if you don't know what they're censoring, it is a very intimate and grotesque experience of basically scalping someone, but with their face.
Yeah,
with a razor blade. Like, it's rough, but it's a video game.
Like, I will say that, like, watching the video on Twitter, like, I'm sure it's posted. I didn't want to show it here because it is very, like, grotesque.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to watch. It's like, it's hard for me to watch that.
Yeah,
like,
and you don't watch a ton of, like, horror movies and play a ton of horror games.
Yeah, I mean, I have...
I'm wearing a horror t-shirt right now.
I have as of recently, but man, that is like it's pretty top notch as far as the grotesqueness.
Yeah, it's rough.
But
you're gonna slit somebody's throat and stab them in their pregnant belly in Last of Us, like.
Yeah. So that's the thing, is like the hypocrisy here is intense, because Martha is Dead may be pretty rough, but we were just saying,
Martha's unfairly scrutinized.
In The Last of Us, there's murdering dogs,
which is alone should never happen in video games.
Yeah, I mean, I did it when I was playing, because
and I gave you so much crap for it.
I did it because I felt like I didn't want to deal with the dogs in the game, but if they didn't put them in, I wouldn't have done it, obviously.
This game contains graphic content, or intimate graphic content that could be triggering for some. Yeah. Would you like to skip this part, or would you like... Because, like, dude, I don't know. It's like, have a picture, or have it like it is, and show the razor blade going towards it, and then black white, and you've got the face. You know?
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to have them go through and cut around the face. I think you should. That's what the developers wanted you to do.
That's what they wanted to do.
They want to unnerve you. They want to put you in that place.
Yeah.
You think we watch horror movies to be like, oh, I'm so comfortable right now.
Yeah, no.
Oh, man.
Horror movies, video games, you're on the edge of your seat. That's part of the experience.
I just watched a movie last night where a woman's like chopping carrots, right? And then she chops her finger, And as she's screaming in agony because she's completely out of control, she keeps dicing her fingers. It was brutal. It was great effects. And if it wasn't in the movie, the rest of it wouldn't have made any sense. You wouldn't know, like, that they lose control, and you wouldn't get to see the extremities that they go through. Yeah. And without that, like, I don't know. Obviously I like horror and gore and stuff like that, but it's fake. Yeah. It's even more fake because it's not even practical. It's all CGI. It's all video effects. Yeah. So I think people just shut up.
Yeah, so
play games.
Yeah, so as far as that goes, very grotesque, but we believe that they shouldn't have done what they did because they have games that are first party games that could be labeled as worse.
I've done some pretty messed up stuff in video games. Remember the Russian? Yeah. I think mowing down innocent people in an airport, even if the graphics aren't that good, is still more haunting than cutting off a fictional character's face.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
That's true. So
I don't know.
We have just a small statement that LKA released. That's the developer of the game, and they said Martha's Dead is a narrative adventure recommended for adult audiences only. With play consisting of potentially discomforting scenes and themes that may distress some players. Both Wired Productions and LKA have always been open and honest about Martha's Dead content, with its sensitive depictions in play consistently communicated to the media since the game was announced in 2019. This content is also flagged clearly and repeatedly within the game itself before play begins. That should be enough, right? But it is with regret that we have had to modify the experience on the PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 versions with some elements no longer playable.
It's hard to be a PlayStation fan right now, man.
Seriously.
It's hard.
Dude, they are sleazy as hell right now.
Oh, it sucks.
After over 4 years of passion and hard work, developer LKA, small developer by the way.
Yeah,
small indie game developer just made this monstrous game, and now they have to go back and spend time and money that they probably do not have to fix it for Sony. So thanks, Sony. You guys are just aces in our book. Anyways, developer LKA now requires extra time to make these unplanned changes. Martha's Dead, as a result, will launch digitally on both PS5 and PS4 on Thursday, which is good. February 24th, 2022, but the physical retail release, which affects me because I bought the physical release, is I lost my spot.
Will be delayed.
Yep, will be delayed to yet to be disclosed date. Although we anticipate this to only be a small number of weeks, our physical edition will still contain the bonus content of a double-sided poster, digital tarot cards, and Martha's Dead digital EP. We will update players with the date we ship this edition as soon as we have the information.
PC and Xbox versions of the Martha's Dead are both unaffected by these developments and will launch with the full, unedited, and intended gameplay as planned. I'm playing this on Xbox.
Yeah, you look like an Xbox fan.
You're
an Xbox fan.
I don't like Xbox, and I'm gonna have to dust off the Series or the 1S, but dude, I'm not for censorship, dude.
Yeah, I know.
I'm all about making people more comfortable on this planet, but you know what? Don't play it.
Yeah, don't play it.
Just don't play it, dude.
Or here's an idea: just tell them, please add an option, like, or, I don't know. I mean,
maybe I want to cut people's faces off in a video game. You know?
You know what's even more sleazy is, like, it didn't happen 6 months ago. No. Like, it happened like a few days ago. They announced all this stuff. So, like, give them some forewarning at least. Like, hey, we're not going to let you on our platform unless you get rid of the woman's face getting removed. Like, geez, I just think it was really silly. We both think it's silly.
I might pick up a Series S from 8-Bit Plus for $330.
Shame on you, PlayStation.
That sucks.
Yeah. So, yeah, it is what it is, but
not every decision PlayStation makes is bad, because we watched the new Uncharted movie.
Oh yeah.
And it really wasn't that bad.
Yeah,
it was really fun. We had a good time.
Yeah, so going into it, I was pretty skeptical because we know how video game movies usually turn out.
We've learned our lesson at this point.
They tried Tomb Raider how many times? Never really caught on. Wasn't very good.
Which I actually recently rewatched all the Tomb Raider movies. They're not terrible. They're just products of their time.
Yeah.
Like when Tomb Raider's got the guns, it's like it's like, okay, this movie came out 2002.
Yeah. I don't know. I just the Angelina Jolie. I think she kind of sold Lara Croft, like that version of Lara Croft.
Yeah, she did okay.
Pretty well.
The newer one is not good.
Just the special effects, it just felt like, it just kind of, it was okay. I mean, and it's the type of game that if you're a fan of Tomb Raider, you might enjoy them.
Yes, Cora loves the Tomb Raider movies.
Okay.
And she's a big Tomb Raider fan.
Yeah, so if you're a fan of Tomb Raider, then you'll probably enjoy them. A regular movie viewer might be like, this kind of sucks. So, also, we got the new Resident Evil movie that you haven't seen yet, but don't go and see it because it's absolute. Oh, it's so bad. It's so boring.
And nothing with Resident Evil on it, to me, is ever going to scream horror. Like, Resident Evil is action horror at best.
Yeah.
Nothing about Resident Evil is scary anymore.
No.
They don't push... that giant baby was pretty freaky in Resident Evil 8.
Yeah.
But other than that...
Well, I mean, Resident Evil games, the early games were horror.
Yes.
Like, very much so. They're freaky as hell. And 7 is horror.
Yes, that's true. 7 and 8 are pretty horror-y.
I haven't played 8, but I just finished 4 in VR. But 4, 5, and 6 are very action. So it's like a mix of the two.
Yeah.
But, in all of them, you're rocking a rocket launcher, right? Like, It's hard to be scared of a giant monster when you have a bazooka.
Call an ambulance.
But
not for me.
Yeah. And a freaking minigun mowing down this, like, freaking mutated, whatever the heck it is, monster.
Man.
So it is mixture of horror and action. So anyways,
and horror's subjective too. We'll get that out of the way right now.
Yeah.
Like, you're desensitized to different types of horror.
Yeah.
So if something scares you, don't let someone go, "Oh, you're not a real horror fan because you're scared of that." It's like, dude, if you're getting scared, I wish I got scared at more movies.
Dude, I love being
genuinely unnerved. Like, I gotta watch some it's all fake, but I gotta watch some messed up stuff to feel remotely uncomfortable.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, I love, like, horror games now. I used to not like them as a kid, but, like, I love the feeling of being at the edge of your seat and getting scared. It makes me laugh.
It makes me proud to watch it.
I actually, like, start cracking up laughing anytime I get jump scared.
That
love it.
That means you're truly scared when something's like boom and you're like,
you're like, oh my god.
Yeah. Dude,
so good.
Alien Isolation. You gotta play that.
Yeah, I know.
That's so creepy.
Yeah. So, anyways, we went and saw the Uncharted movie skeptical.
Yes.
Right? Expecting bad. And we were pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, acting is solid. Everyone does a pretty good job with what they're given.
Yeah.
I didn't really do a lot of looking into, like, the direction and the production issues or anything like that. But overall, he looks and plays the part of Nathan Drake. The sound...
Who does?
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland.
The sound, it takes you out for a second, but he does a good job at separating like Tom from Nathan.
So when this movie starts out, like, you are like looking at Tom Holland and he doesn't talk right away. Mm-mm. He's kind of just playing this, like, he's like a slick bartender.
And he steals from people.
Yeah, and like, you're waiting for him to say something, and you're like, is he gonna change his voice? Is he gonna try to make it a little more deeper, a little more like...
No, he's just like,
Nathan Drake.
We're using our made-up names. I'm Nathan Drake.
Yeah, straight up. He's just like, he just sounds just like Spider-Man.
A little less Boston-y, but that's about it.
So, we're just like, we're kind of like trying to believe him, and then as soon as he talks, you're like, okay, that's Tom Holland.
But good movie, good story. I'd say in some parts, the plot is actually stronger than the games itself. I might get crucified for that.
Yeah.
But I'd say, I don't know, I like how everything kind of comes together in this movie.
Yeah.
And I think video game movies should be like this, where they exist separately from the video games, because that way you can at least go, okay, well, it did its own thing okay, as opposed to doing the video game poorly.
Yeah.
You know?
So and not all the casting was bad, and I mean, so
Chloe
here's the
Fraser's
thing.
straight like
Here's
right on.
here's what I'm feeling with the Tom Holland selection. He's fantastic with stunts.
Yes,
right.
Yeah,
like
he does all these himself.
And you pointed this out to me mid movie. I'm like, he's fantastic with stunts. Like this guy, like it's very hard to tell where the CGI comes into play.
Yep.
Because he's doing a lot of this stuff on screen. So he's a phenomenal actor. He just doesn't look like Nathan Drake, but and sound like him. But other than that, like as a kind of like just his motion and his movements and the way that he conducts himself on screen,
you can tell he did a lot of research.
Yeah, exactly. He pulls it off the best that he can.
And he nailed the Nathan Drake crap. He nailed it. Like
the what?
It's a little bit higher, but he's like, crap! Like
oh,
the way
yeah.
he says it.
Yeah,
it's perfect. And this part's hilarious.
Yeah.
We were laughing our butts off.
That's like one of the only funny parts, though, and that was one thing that I was like...
I think you gotta revisit it, because I remember there was a lot of really good physical comedic relief. Just not as much verbal comedic relief as the games.
Yeah.
But the games are 7.5 hours, as opposed to the movies, like, an hour and 40 minutes. So...
I mean, I was looking for, something that was a little bit more like one-liner funny. But you know what? Like, it's hard to rag on it. Not all the casting was bad. I feel like Chloe, they just hit like right on the head. So like
better than she's in the games.
I feel like she looks just like the character in the games too. Like they just got the right actor for that. So I'm pretty excited as far as that goes. And then Mark Wahlberg, he was Mark Wahlberg.
He plays Mark Wahlberg. He's good at the subtle Sully stuff.
Yeah.
The way he's like, kid, that kind of thing. But
he needs like a higher voice, like his voice is just like
Mark
off.
Wahlberg.
Yeah. It's like he's straight up.
Sully's more like this kid. Like kind of sounds almost like a...
his voice is a little raspy because he's been smoking on cigars.
Yeah, the guy that plays Rocket Raccoon. I mean, obviously it would be weird because we know it's not Mark Wahlberg's voice.
Yeah.
But if they dubbed this movie, or if it would be kind of cool,
dude. No.
The bonus features of this movie has all the original video game actors' voices dubbed over.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Cool.
That'd be so. That'd be perfect. That would fix like all of our gripes. But other than that, I mean, it was a good movie. Go see it. If you don't like Uncharted,
5 Lost
go
Cities
see
of
it.
Gold out of 10 Lost Cities of Gold.
Seriously, I think it was a good
Maybe
pop.
6.
It was a good popcorn flick.
Yes.
Go in there not expecting a whole lot, and then you'll be surprised.
Yeah.
Go in there expecting a whole lot, you'll be disappointed.
It makes me curious about the Last of Us show at HBO, though.
I really want to see that.
Yeah, I'm pretty curious.
Yeah, and I'm excited it's a series because I feel like games translate to series
much better
because
games are 8.5, 12, 14, 26 million hours long.
Yeah, they're just too long. So a TV series can pull that off, whereas a movie has to get very creative, and then they'll start to take the source material and it'll get thinner and thinner as it gets made, and then by the time you have an end product, it's nothing like the original source material. So they pulled this one off though, so definitely a thumbs up to them, and we are really excited. So next up, we have Nintendo just dropped some pretty big news for all of you guys that are fans of the 3DS and the Wii U. They said this is on their website, by the way. As of March 2023, it will no longer be possible to make purchases in Nintendo eShop for the Wii U system and the Nintendo 3DS family of systems.
Mod your systems. Do it.
Yeah, pretty much. It will also no longer be possible to download free content, including game demos. Furthermore, as the date draws closer, related services will cease to function. As of May 23rd, 2022, it will no longer be possible to use a credit card to add funds to an account in Nintendo eShop or Wii U or the Nintendo 3DS family of systems. As of August 29th, 2022, it will no longer be possible to use a Nintendo eShop card to add funds to an account in Nintendo eShop or Wii U or the Nintendo 3DS family of system, or in the Nintendo eShop on Wii U, or the Nintendo 3DS family of systems. Okay. However, it is still possible to redeem download codes until late March 2023.
For all of you holding on to those codes that you got 3 years ago.
Yeah, you better freaking use them.
Yeah, you better.
So what I get from this is Nintendo is shutting down their eShop.
To make room for more Pantsu Hunter games on the Switch.
I just think it's not getting used very much, but
I haven't.
It's shut. The way it's worded though is it's shut down for purchases. You can't buy things, but if you already own something, like say you downloaded Legend of Zelda, whatever, Wind Waker.
Oh yeah, on that system.
On that system, yes. Or on your account.
No, 3DS is only on the system.
Okay, well, I'm saying just like maybe Wii U then.
Oh, okay.
Like you log into your account, or you know, maybe not with a 3DS, but you should still have an account though, right?
You have an account, but if you switch on a 3DS, like you have to transfer your data from that 3DS to the other one. Oh. You cannot have two 3DSs. You can't like just sign in and download whatever you want. Like the 3DS didn't work that way.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. I lost a really rare digital game that got removed.
Wonderful.
Like Witch and Hero or something. Yeah. So systems with it valued at $300, $400.
So say your system just dies, right? It just gives up the ghost. Can you... Then what?
Then you can call Nintendo.
Call Nintendo.
And it'll be like, hello? Hey, how's it going? Yeah, my system died. Okay, well what you're going to do is... does this still work?
Yeah.
You're going to want to go That's what you're going to do. All right?
I think it works.
Reggie forever.
Reggie out.
Reggie would never say that, by the way.
So
Reggie's a respectable gentleman, and we love Reggie. Okay. Doug Bowser, though? I don't know.
Yeah, so, I mean, you know, what I'm getting from this, eShop's closed, but you'll be able to go back and download your previous purchase items probably for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, as long as they I just think they want to like lighten the load on that server, and it's just like we just have this collection of games, they're archived for people that already bought them. Just no more new transactions.
Nope.
We just don't want new transactions on that side. So I think it's bad, but it's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not as bad as like when Sony shut down the store for the Vita, because there was still a pretty big user base for that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we just want to have access to download the stuff that we already own. I mean, maybe there's a few games that we all still need to get on our 3DS or Wii U, but I mean, I don't know. I just feel like...
If you guys don't have Air Race and you care, get Air Race. It's a great racing game.
If you're owning those consoles like now, it's more about physical collecting, right? Like,
yeah, definitely.
Because like the systems can be modded like pretty easily. Yep. Right, and like you can get games that route.
Yep.
Obviously there's a lot of legality issues, but
that no one cares about.
Yeah, that not a whole lot of people pay attention to.
Yeah.
But you know, like it's more about physical collecting.
Yeah.
At that point, when you have a older system and like you probably already have a Switch.
My system's modded, but I still keep all my physical 3DS and DS games because at any moment the mod could brick my system, so I keep a backup.
Yep. Yeah. So I don't know. I think it's not as big of a deal as like the Sony thing, but you know, you guys can decide and let us know in the comment section down below. All right. So now it's time for some limited run news. Wow! Oh my gosh!
Feels
yes!
Like ages,
dude.
I did this last week.
So good, so much news to go over, man. We're like backed up. Well, as far as limited run news, it is a little bit of a limited supply, but we did have a lot of news earlier on. So, first game is Other Side, and this game can be described as a horror-themed tactical role-playing game with unique art style. So this guy is a game that is developed by Focus Entertainment. These are the makers of Techromancer and A Plague Tale: Innocence, and a whole lot of other stuff. They're working on the new Warhammer game that's coming out.
I like the art.
Bunch of cool stuff.
I like it's very like evocative. And...
Yeah, so it's got kind of that. I don't really know the artist to relate it to, but there's some modern movies that are like this, where it's like
Devil May Cry, a little bit of like Cronenberg in there.
Yeah,
and some like Castlevania in a way.
It almost looks like a hack and slash, but then you see the grid, so it's like it's a turn-based hack and slash RPG with horror elements. It's just very unique.
It's like Robert Rodriguez with like the color palette and scheme.
Yeah.
Meets Cronenberg with like the gore and the body horror.
Yes.
That looks really cool.
This game looks really...
It's on the mother... Switch! Yeah! Let's go!
Let's go!
That's what I'm talking about, dude. The Switch.
Okay.
Where it's at.
So this guy is...
get this game.
This guy, actually, I want to get too. It looks really good.
I
love turn-based tactical RPGs. I don't like JRPGs, but I like tactical RPGs. So this one's right up my alley, and it's horror. Like, there's not a lot of games like this.
Not a lot of turn-based horror. There's a Pokemon mod, but other than that, I don't know any turn-based horror.
Yeah, there's a Pokemon mod. No thanks. But this actually looks like a good
This looks sick, dude. This looks so cool.
So, looks really cool. Good developer. We're really excited for it. Unfortunately, no collector's edition, but
really,
limited run's kind of hit and miss with collector's editions these days. So I'm not too worried about that. I think it's still gonna be cool to have physical.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to give you so much crap. I didn't know if it was coming or not.
Yeah.
I forgive you. Please make more collector's editions.
You messed it. Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys.
Messed it up for us all.
One kid ruined it for the whole class. God.
And it went up in price. It's so well. I mean, I don't know if like all of them went up in price, but this is more expensive. It's $44.99. It's coming out on the PS4 and Switch physically.
It's from A Plague Tale: Innocence, though. That game blew up huge, so maybe that's it.
Maybe it's because the developer's bigger.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They're borderline AAA at this point.
Yeah, it could be a one-off thing. But PS4 and Switch editions, these are the physical editions, and these are available now, so we can go and pre-order them from now until about a month from now. So super good. First game.
Pre-order it.
Yep.
Link elsewhere. Go find it yourself.
Yeah, just go to limitedrun.com.
Do some work for once in your life.
You think we're gonna link this thing? You guys are...
You think we're gonna do everything?
We're not gonna do everything.
You know what's down below? It's gonna be a little note.
This says, give us money.
I love that censor button, man. It's so fun.
What the f***? God! Just say it with us. Just a big old F-bomb. You ready?
All right. 3, 2, 1. You guys get to do this with your boss? I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. Oh my gosh, dude. That was fun.
Oh my god, okay. Alright.
And with that being said, there's a second game, I think.
Okay, alright, so we got our next game. Our next game is Eye of the Typhoon, and this game was originally on 3DO. This is a 2D arcade-style fighter. It's a lot like Street Fighter in a lot of different ways. This was developed by Viacom, and it's a just kind of a classic from the 3DO. Obviously, that system didn't really get a whole lot of love, so you know, it was kind of stuck in limbo, if you will, on the original 3DO system. But now Limited Run has decided to basically repackage this thing and re-release it in collaboration with Viacom. And you know, it's just a really good thing to you know, give these games kind of like just another shot at the market, because there's always there was a lot of systems back in the day that kind of they came out and they, you know, had a lot of ambition and, for one reason or other, they just didn't make it. But there was a lot of good games on these various systems. So it's it's a type of thing where, this game is getting a second shot at things, and it's able to, appeal to a whole new audience. So if you're a 3DS owner or a PC owner and you want to experience this, now you can. This is being produced by Pico Interactive and Viacom in collaboration with Limited Run Games. And it is coming with it's going to be just a straight up PC and 3DO bundled little system. And it's going to be $114.99, so it all comes together. You get the PC version of it and the 3DO version, as well as the soundtrack, as well as it includes, this is all the stuff it includes, English version of CD, a PC English 3DO English version, PC English version, Eye of the Typhoon, Korean version CDs for PC and 3DO, including page 24 of the Arrange Game Manual Korean version, a high-quality special case that can hold all the components, 13 high-quality hologram character cards, including skill tables, cool. A secret book of Viacom, The Perfect Fighting Strategies of Eye of the Typhoon included, and that's 50 pages long, a free participation ticket of Eye of the Typhoon Remake, choose one of PC, Xbox, PlayStation platform, write the participant's name or nickname on the staff list of Eye of the Typhoon Remake. So I guess this is able to, I guess we have we can participate in the ultimate release of the game, and then we're part of the credits, which is really freaking cool. And then a postcard with autograph of Kim Jae-hoon, executive producer, a 24-karat gold-plated 3D emblem commemorating the 30th anniversary of Viacom, a game manual, high-quality outer box English version, and this item is limited to 1,200 copies. That was a mouthful, dude.
That took so long. I could go to the bathroom and get another water and check to see if we had that game so I could show it off.
Although I did actually extend that because you're.
Oh, okay.
But then you gave it away, dude.
I'm sorry.
Away. What the heck? Anyways, so
I looked at the notes and I saw how long they were, and I was just like, I might actually be able to go.
No, we don't have Eye of the Typhoon. This game is on 3DO. We don't have any 3DO.
Well, it looked like a Sega Saturn game that might have a port or something.
No, dude, no. Anyways, so that is Eye of the Typhoon. If you guys want to go ahead and check it out. It's actually available right now, and it is limited to 1,200 copies. At the time of this recording, we actually checked it a couple hours ago. It is still available, so hurry and go and get it. Yep, if you guys are
a big Eye of Typhoon fan.
Yep, if you guys are a big fan of what was it? Eye of the Typhoon.
Eye of the Typhoon.
Eye of the Typhoon. Okay, so with that being said, it is time for. Dude, comment of the freaking week! It's the comment of the week! It's the comment of the week! Alright, so for this week's comment of the week, it goes to Christian Harden. By the way, little shout out to Christian Harden, as we promised last week. If you guys are comment of the week, we will shout you out if you are even remotely involved in YouTube. And I would definitely call Christian remotely involved. And he, is just kind of starting up, but his content quality is very, very good. So go and give him a sub, help him get to a higher subscriber goal, and maybe he'll make more videos.
Absolutely.
Possibly.
Maybe it is a little incentive.
Little oomph, little encouragement. Little scoop. Yeah. All right, so Christian Harden says, I do in fact wonder if a woodchuck could hypothetically chuck wood. Do you by chance know how much wood it could or would chuck? would it be all the wood he could chuck or all the wood he would chuck?
So funny that you ask this, because this is actually something I have memorized in my head at all times, but I have to look right here to say it.
Yeah.
So, New York State wildlife expert Richard Thomas found that a woodchuck could, and does, chuck around 35 cubic feet of dirt in the course of digging a burrow. Thomas reasoned that if a woodchuck could chuck wood, he would chuck the amount equivalent to the weight of that dirt. 700 pounds.
Oh, well, now you know. And on a more serious note, what's a super popular game that you don't feel is deserving of all the praise?
Skyrim.
Skyrim! Oh my gosh!
So, this is a very, very subjective answer. I could care less about Skyrim and the world it's in. And dude, you have any idea how many ports there are? This game has more ports than Mormons have kids. I kid you not. This game has so many ports. Why?
Yeah.
Why are we still playing Skyrim?
There's gonna be a PS5 version of Skyrim coming out soon. I'm just kidding, but I wouldn't be surprised.
No, you're not. He has an inside, people. There is a PS5 version of Skyrim in the works.
I'm sure there's a new Skyrim coming out. I would say I would probably kind of piggyback on that a little bit and change it slightly and say Fallout. I feel like
was my second choice.
I feel like the Fallout series is, you know, it's a very popular game. A lot of people seem to like it. I played it for about
by on its setting.
I played it for about 20 hours and I was done. Yeah, I think
I've got a few answers to this, dude. I mean, like the GTA series as a whole is not bad, but it's way overrated.
I don't think it's the best like game.
Release.
It's like the highest selling game of all time. GTA 5, that's our standard. GTA 5.
It's a better game and it has a lot more depth and story to it.
I think Red Dead is a pretty darn good game.
It's a good game. Zombie games in general.
Yeah, there's a lot, man.
There's a lot.
But I have a hard time finding a ton of like new games that I really stick to and glue on. But it was, after all, a question super popular game. So I think we're just gonna hate on Bethesda and say Fallout, Skyrim.
Yeah, Bethesda don't.
Yeah,
next time. Okay.
Bethesda.
Next time you think, hey, I would like to buy this game, and your friend's like, I'd like to buy this game too. I think there's someone you forgot to ask. That's us.
Yep.
And we say don't.
Yeah, don't. But that's going to do it for us, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And what does it say? It says...
Oh, but that's enough from us. We want to hear from you guys. Yeah. So comment down below all of your takes on what we've talked about today.
Yep.
You know, put a little parentheses as to what you're replying to so we're not completely lost in space.
Yep. What do you think about Martha's Dead? PlayStation... requested a censored version. What do you think about that? Uncharted movie. Have you went and seen the Uncharted movie yet? Do you think it was a turd? Do you think it was decent? Let us know. It probably wasn't good, but it was at least decent.
It was fine.
Nintendo shutting down the eShop. What do you think about that?
I think 3 people will be very upset.
Yeah, they're gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
Vol Ferris, are you gonna go and see that one? Let us know in the comment section down below. And then we got No Man's Sky, all that stuff. Let us know. If you guys got value out of this video, do us a big favor and smash that like button. Gently caress that like button. I'm still learning.
I appreciate it.
And subscribe and caress the bell so you can catch us every time we post a new video.
That's right.
And lastly, if you want to support us monetarily, Patreon link in the description below.
We got Patreon?
Oh yeah.
Dang, dude.
I've only been saying it the last 5 podcasts.
I know, I'm trying to hype it up, bro.
Okay. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. So Patreon. Link down below.
There's money.
Don't expect a whole lot of content from that. I'm extremely busy right now. But you can support us that way. That is a way you can support us. And that's gonna do it for us. Do you have anything?
No, I'm just laughing because I'm having a good time, man.
Okay, all right. That's going to do it for us, guys. Luke
and Chris
signing out, and we will see you in the next one. God bless.